Morning, it's Laura Lloyd here, food psychology coach, and I'm going to talk to you today for a couple of minutes, and you're going to learn why starting over is a really, really, really bad idea. It's something that dieters do a lot, and it's something that we naturally go to when we make a mistake with our eating. I'm going to tell you why it backfires, what you really mean, what you're really saying to yourself when you tell yourself that you are starting over and how not to do it anymore. Okay, so there's two sides of the coin, right? I'm going to start over. I'm going to have a clean slate. It's going to be different tomorrow. And what you're really saying to yourself there is that today's a mess. Today's a write off. Today, the rules are broken and we might as well throw it in the bin. And that's really, really risky way to talk to yourself because it really gives you a ticket to go all out today. So as somebody who binge ate through her teens, that kind of mentality is absolutely going to make you feel like you're just going to go, to hell with it and eat whatever is available to you today, because you're also giving yourself the very strong message, hey, deprivation starts tomorrow, right? Not looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow is, the big day. Tomorrow is the day that I keep my promises to myself. So there's motivation there, but also tomorrow's the day I start starving. And on an animal level, we are absolutely terrified of that. So we're going to start, oh my God, I better stock up. It's also just giving yourself the excuse to go all out so that one mistake becomes an absolute mudslide. And you add on food after food after food to just solidify the mistake. And that's because once we start to have a mistake, we get a lot of thoughts that go with it. Oh, I've messed up now. Oh, I always do this. I can't stick to it. I'm out of control. And once you start thinking that, the reality is that you don't stop yourself. You don't make any choices. You become the victim of your own eating behavior. And that's a very, very powerless situation to be in. And we do that with our thinking. So the idea that you're going to start over, it might sound optimistic and fresh starty, but actually it's going to really, really work against you. And I highly recommend you stop that right now, especially if you want to take a long-term, lifelong approach to weight management. And I want to be able to be an authority over my eating in a kind way, in a compassionate way to myself for the rest of my life. I don't want to be up and down with these good days and bad days. I want to be able to get back on track really quickly, course correct. And so the solution, if you find yourself having that thought, and if you find yourself eating something, it usually all starts when we've eaten something that we'd already chosen we weren't going to. So we've done something that's incongruent with our decided wishes for ourselves against our own best intentions, essentially. It's the kind of eating where we have an argument with ourselves. And if we give in, that's when we judge ourselves harshly. And that judgment is really what's going to make all of that thinking come in. So in that moment, I invite you to just decide that mistakes mean nothing. They mean nothing. They don't mean anything about you. They don't mean that you can or you can't make in control decisions about your food. They just mean that you don't like the choice you just made. So you can make a next best decision at any point in your day. At any point. So there's never starting over. There's learning from there's learning from our behavior. There's learning from our mistakes. You're like, oh, I did something. Oh, whoops, that felt a bit gross, or that didn't feel like it was totally honest with myself, or that didn't feel great. Oh, hey, and and for that reason, we are going to keep on track and get back on track right away. And if you can learn that skill of just saying to yourself, "Bear, this is all part of the learning process, and I'm not going to go into a mudslide about it. I'm going to just get back on track. I'm making my next best decision. And at the end of the day, I'll still be able to go to bed proud. I'll still be able to know that I showed up for myself because I didn't let that old pattern of starting over come again and again